Yeah, Tempest, honestly, I haven't played Tempest in UT4, but one of my favorite UT99 maps, I'm an old UT99 demo player, so obviously I'm very, very familiar. This Turbine, Morpheus, and Phobos were the TDM maps, or the DM maps, however you want to look at it, in the original UT99 demo, so I'm very, very familiar with this map, and I think it's just a very well-rounded map. There's a couple of risk versus reward plays to be made. There's not one exact way to play it. It sort of gives you the room, though, to be strategic. All right, players are ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and it's game time, baby. Connex 5. We are here with another week of UTPL. We got SAS coming in with their big lineup, and SOW is going to have their hands full, but we'll see what they can do in this matchup. SES certainly going to be the favorites here, but early on, SOW taking the early lead. Sometimes if you jump on top of a team, you're trying to pull an upset. That's the way to do it. We've already seen this map played quite a few times in this season. I'm curious who, whose choice it might have been in this matchup. Certainly SAS having plenty of experience on it. They typically were choosing Temple, though, in previous matchups, so curious if they were trying to get more practice on this, or if SOW actually picked it. Alright, we got a first shield belt spawning soon. Of course, it is in this big ramp room that they're going to be trying to hold. Looks like SOW with 2 people ready there, but oh, Slade jumping up top, eating some rockets. You're going to keep an eye out on those jump boots. Those will give you easy access to the shield belt, and the only real way to safely grab the amp in the middle of the map. So jump boot's going to be extra important in this map. Definitely want to keep an eye on who grabs those and controls them. Traditionally, SAS has liked to put 1 to 2 people in this belt room to try to keep people locked out of it. You also have a few spawns, especially underneath this ramp. One key, though, this room only has a link gun in it, so you do run out of ammo if you just hang out there too long. Wolverine's been mostly handling this room in previous matchups. We'll see if they run that same strategy. See amp spawning up there, and there is the jump boot, so important to controlling that power-up. Ooh, no sniper rifle up. You see Snatch looking for that sniper so he can one-shot people running around. Not able to get it, so he does have the stinger, and if he can find some people off the spawn, he can do some really quick damage. Try to extend this lead early. Shield belt does spawn now, so you see him running over to kind of help control that area, but really not a great amp run there by Snatch. So good job by SOW at the very least of avoiding the amp runner and sort of negating the power up via that means. Snatch still on a killing spree, however, just finding people with that link gun. They do take him down. Looks like Memphis actually was able to get in there and steal a shield belt. We're following the amper. Didn't see how that happened, but SOW early on staying in it. They took a quick lead. Now you see a nice kill by there, staying within 7. If you stay within striking distance and you can kind of push the game, make it long, 1 or 2 amp runs is all it really takes, especially on a map like this where it's not exactly a tiny map, but it's easy to traverse quickly, and you have a lot of people respawning in vulnerable areas. So if you get an amp run going, anything can happen. We're gonna head back over to this shield belt. Wolverine holding the area as usual. You see SOW, though, committing a lot of resources, including their shield belt carrier, trying to knock them off, but what we're not seeing is SOW controlling many of those jump boots, which would make something like stealing this much easier. Definitely something to keep an eye on as the match goes on. You see Fragam helping Wolverine protect himself up there. Does take some damage. Snatch again with the amp, so we'll want to watch Snatch. It looks like he's going to be sort of the designated amp grab. Wolverine probably the primary shield belt holder for SAS. Haven't watched Snatch super closely leading up to these amp grabs. Quite possible that he's been trying to control that sniper and belt area, or excuse me, sniper and boots area. And again, not a super effective amp run there, so credit to SOW. They kind of pushed him away. One thing we have seen, though, Snatch hasn't been able to grab both power-ups at once. He hasn't had amp and boots at the same time, which can allow you to be a little bit more aggressive and take a few more risks. Instead, he's been running around mostly with base health and armor. And that is one thing to note about this map. There's not a ton of health files. And so you're not running around with completely ridiculous levels of health and armor like you can on some maps. So the amp runners are going to be vulnerable. For a frame of reference, maybe it feels a little more like Deck in that regard. So you're definitely going to see some amps drop from time to time. So we're following Memphis. He did steal that belt. Let's take a quick look at the power-ups. I mean, you see 3-1 belts for SOW, so they're down 17. But they are controlling the belt, so they're getting some, you know, some of their objectives met so far. Amp back up. Ooh, the grab gets missed, but Snatch again with jump boots, only 7 health. So like we said, you're gonna have to be careful about those drops. Wolverine there to pick it right back up. You have to treat it almost like a flag, where someone has to cover the amp runner and be ready to get that pickup as soon as he drops it. Yeah, one thing we haven't paid a lot of attention to, that room we just left housing that 100 armor vest. That and the shield belt being sort of along the same corner of the map makes this area of the map a really high traffic area, very key to control. And that's why you see people like Wolverine running back and forth between shield belt area. Ooh, dangerous rocket there. Could have damaged his teammate. Does get himself a shield belt, however. Trying to just push SOW out of it. You also have the 50 armor down there, so pretty much all of the armor in the map is in one corner, which makes it kind of an oddly asymmetric map. You also have a bunch of spawn points on the opposite side over there, below that stinger and then around the corner by the link gun. So a bit of downtime here. Slay now going on a rampage. I guess we'll follow him and see what he's up to. Looks like he might be, oh, nice air rocket there. Slay might be dedicated to holding this 100 armor area. You have 10 seconds till that amp spawns. Slay himself does have a charge of jump boots, so he might be heading over there himself. Snatch has been grabbing these amps. Let's head over to it. And there you go, Snatch again. So I don't think we can see jump boot pickup stats easily, but it certainly feels like they're going primarily to SAS in this one. Ooh, a nice combo by Memphis taking out Snatch. Snatch has been baited a few times on these amp runs. Memphis in particular has been doing some good work with the combos around corners in this map. See, fight over 100 armor should be coming up soon. You see a fight over the shield belt area purely for control purposes. Interesting to see nobody waiting on this 100 armor. So, okay, so it looks like we may have some roaming around happening by SAW. Excuse me, there you go. I told you I'm going to mess up these names so many times. But SAS, rather than dedicating someone to this 100 armor area, might just be roaming through. See Snatch getting down. Caught down in that lower area can become such a killing field. You don't get out of there. There's a couple of spawn points in this room as well, so this 100 armor room can get very messy. And now we see the fight over here for the belt room. Again, such an important control room. Belt still doesn't spawn for 45 more seconds, and they're already throwing people at it, trying to take it back. We do have amp coming in 3 seconds. This amp can sometimes get left idle for a while since you need jump boots to get it. But Snatch has been right on top of it. You see him down there right now getting jump boots, ready to grab it again. Oh, sorry, Slay grabbed it that time. There we see the rocket on Seth. You see him running around. The dual amped enforce is so dangerous. It's going to do 44 damage a shot, I believe. Ooh, 44 damage a shot, and he doubled the speed. I mean, one of the highest potential DPS you can do there. At least sustained over a period of time. Instead of spike damage. So going with the sure. Ooh, shots. Rockets behind us. So Slade's really just roaming around at this point. What do we have spawning soon? We have the 100 armor spawning soon. We'll stick with Slade for a bit. He's been pretty much on a roll. We'll take a quick look at the scoreboard while we've got a bit of a lull here. Yeah, Slade with a 28 and 6. Putting out by far the most damage on SAS so far. Oh. And Caster's Curse coming into play there, ending his spree as he rockets himself in the face. The camera is a voodoo doll, y'all. All right, well let's stop cursing Slay and we'll head over to the shield belt. See Memphis trying to take it back from Snatch. Snatch actually falls down, so Memphis checking. Oh, okay, he's looking for some weapons. Unfortunately, down there, Pretty much all you have is the bio rifle. Amp spawning. Let's see if anyone's ready for it. No one ready for that. Let's watch the shield belt spawn. Okay, Wolverine right in position that time. So SAS now really dialing things in. Interesting that they didn't give the amp to the guy. Oh, they do. They pass that amp right back to the guy with shield belt. Remember, you can drop any pickup in this game that's not armor. You can actually drop jump boots as well if if it makes sense for it. In that case, you see them using the guy with jump boots grabs the amp, drops it for the guy with belt. That way you've got a really stacked up runner. It's a smart strategic move there. And to be able to do that on the fly like that's not easy. That requires a lot of communication and practice ahead of time. Wolverine right back into his ramp room. Pretty much just sort of a jungle gym area. But especially if you have jump boots, you can really do some damage in here, and especially catching people off the spawn with that link gun. You get a shock rifle and that link gun. You can really rack up the kills playing this room. It's a very efficient room to play, I should say. If you have 1.5 people basically dedicated to this room, not only do you get the spawn kills, and of course the shield belts, but it also allows you to give your teammates nice shock juggling right there by Wolverine hitting 5 shots in a row. It allows your teammates sort of a haven to run back to. So if you need to share weapons, if they need to regroup, they can head back to that room, and they know that they'll have people there protecting them. It's kind of reminiscent of the keg room from Asbestos, if we're gonna go sort of a UT2K4 metaphor here. So Amp is up. Nice combos coming out there. Wolverine on a roll. We do have Amp spawning. We see Snatch down there by the jump boots. Waiting for them to come up. Not up yet, so interesting to see what he does. He's kind of antsy. He kind of looks like a puppy waiting to go on a walk. Just pacing back and forth, waiting for those boots to spawn. There we go. They do come up. Slay actually steals them from him. Again, Slay could drop them for him if he really wanted to. Oh, there he goes. Drops the boots. So they're basically trying to match up. They want one person to have a shock rifle and the boots. That way they can grab Amp. And there we go. You see the boots pass over to Snatch. Taking some damage, however, so he may be looking for some health, maybe a sniper rifle. Meanwhile, Amp and Belt are both up. Let's go take a look at Belt. Well, not much to see there. Wolverine once again grabbing it. So SAS really settling in. And SOW just a little late to the party there to contest it. You see Snatch grabbing that Amp. Down to 30 health, though, so he's going to have some teammate support. Ooh, nice Twitch primary right there, catching him out of the corner. Nash now on a killing spree. Probably his most effective Amp run so far of the game. As largely SOW's been doing a pretty good job of avoiding the Amp runners. Though they haven't grabbed a single one themselves, I don't believe. We'll take a look at that right here. Yeah, not a single Amp grabbed off the stand by SOW yet. They do have only 10 seconds of it, so really the Amp, all SAS. Although again, SOW doing a pretty solid job of avoiding it, so you wouldn't call that the determining factor in this score so far. We did see Wolverine taking yet another shield belt. I think that's how many shield belts? 8 shield belts for Wolverine. That may be 8 in a row for him because he has been all over this room. Once they finally got settled into a rhythm, he got himself some weapons and just started taking over that room. We've seen him do that before. In order to knock him out of there, it's really going to take a concerted effort. We've seen people like Memphis, jump in there, hit him with a couple combos, and even steal some belts, but Wolverine all over his domain there. Another Amp's going to spawn, rather. Wolverine actually waiting on the belts, or excuse me, boots. Oh, Slay already had boots. All right, well, let's go on board with him then. Yet another Amp pickup for SAS, who are just really cruising at this point, just really feeling it. Seth able to steal an Amp. Okay, double Enforcers, has himself a little bit of Stinger ammo. Gotta be careful though, turning that corner. You see how SAS is set up all around that corner of the map, that sort of belt Amp like back area. So as soon as you try to attack them down that hallway, they're just laying down the fire down range. So difficult to get anything done there. And that is sort of classic Tempest for you. We got a little bit of time. I'll illustrate what I'm talking about since we got a little bit of downtime here. 100 armor area here. If you want to try to attack a team that's stacked up back there in the belt room or even in the amp room, you got to run down this hallway or come through this corridor or this corner right here, both of which are extremely vulnerable. So basically leaving this 100 armor area really and attacking any other area of the map, very, very vulnerable. You can eat rockets so quickly. So a lot of teams, if you control that belt room, that's another advantage. You can hole up in here and lock people out of this room very easily. And for those of you that remember the UT99 demo version of this map, that hallway below right there towards goo and around to 50 didn't even exist. It was a dead end down here. This hallway here ended in a keg and you could not connect the two. So as we count this one down, interesting look at this map. All told, I do think SOW can look at this and see some steps forward. They certainly accomplished some of their objectives. Early on they had some control of the map. They actually took a lead early on. They managed to avoid too many amp. I mean, they certainly didn't contest the amp enough. But when SAS did grab the amps, they didn't get a whole lot out of them. They had maybe one or two significant amp runs. The rest of them weren't really such a big dent in the score. Early on, they were able to contest the shield belts. Wolverine settled in though. You see him grabbing 9 belts there again. That might have been 9 in a row. You see Memphis though grabbing 4 of his own. We did see some early steals there. I think jump boots definitely hurt. SAS was all over the jump boots. Gave SOW no real tools to either take an amp or contest the shield belt. And look at those 100 armors, pretty much even. So SOW doing some good things that game, but obviously the scoreboard, as it has been most of the season, all on SAS's side. All right, we are looking at Goose. Speaking of 2K4 maps, I was talking about Asbestos earlier. We see Goose here. One of my favorite maps from 2K4, but one that's not the easiest one to strategize on. A lot of teams struggle to get a feel for how to set up on this map. My guess would be that this would be SOW's pick. We've seen the North American teams certainly try to pick it against them. It's certainly one, it's a little less conventional. So if you can hold that bottom area with shock and sniper, you can really try to take control of it. What we've seen SAS do though, we can get a camera, there are no built-in cameras on this one. What SAS has tried to do here in previous games is basically control the 100 armor area and then push out from there. And they get to power-ups very early on this map, so keep an eye out for that. Players ready, here we go, 3, 2, 1, it's game time, baby. ConX5 here with map 2 of this 4v4 matchup. We are on Goose now. A map that can be really quick and hectic. We'll see how these two settle into this one. Early on, you already see SAS trying to take control of this bottom area. Set Dacum, though, putting in some work with that link gun. It's a smart move. Early on in the match, you know nobody's going to have more than base health and armor, so running at them with the finisher weapon's a good way to knock them off their position. Still have 30 seconds till the first power-up spawn. Shots coming out from Fragim. More link gun kills back and forth. Already 7 kills in this one. Not even a minute in. This could be a high-scoring one. Goose, another map, not exactly huge footprint. There's a lot of square footage in it though. But more importantly, you can traverse it so quickly. There's a lot of vertical stacked orientation there. First shield belt does spawn. You see it up top here. Ooh, and a nice steal there by Seth Dacum. He does die for it, but SOS going down Special with the headshot from behind. He's been quiet so far this game. Another shot by Special. We're gonna follow him for just a second. He seems to be feeling himself a little bit. The jump boots and that sniper rifle, another kill, so Special, ooh, eats some rockets, and a nice kill there by Wolverine to stop him right in his tracks. But nice shots there by Special to put SOW in the lead early on. We saw that actually on Tempest as well. And you see SAS getting to these power-ups extremely early. Ooh, careful there. Almost kills his teammate. Ends up waiting for him to die and then taking shots on the enemy. And you see SAS just swarming the amp runner there, getting ready to pick it up in case he goes down, sharing weapons, and that's TDM 101 right now. Being displayed by SAS. SOW, though, only down by 2, and once again doing a good job of avoiding the amp runner. So only 2 seconds left. Not much damage coming out there from the amp, and we saw that on Tempest as well. While it was a one-sided game overall, it was one of the things in another stolen shield belt. So this is actually starting off very similar to Tempest. Relatively even score, although SAS jumped out in the lead a little bit quicker than Tempest, but SOW able to disrupt them a little bit, steal some belts. Weren't able to contest the amp. They'll be able to do that a little bit better this map because you don't need boots to get it. But SOW able to steal some power-ups, avoid some amp runners. You see the coordination there, special, knowing that he was weak. That's good communication. So SOW here, definitely a big underdogs in this one, but they're tied up now a couple minutes in, and they're showing us some good things. Ooh, diving in on Wolverine with rockets. That's a dangerous move. Oh, you see him trying to steal that 100 armor. Goes down. Wolverine now on a killing spree. So it looks like Wolverine's going to be dedicated to that 100 armor area. SAS actually not in position for this amp. Uncharacteristic of them. Maybe not quite settled into the map, but Wolverine now with 100 armor and amp. He's ready to do some damage and try to break this one open. Wolverine on the hunt right now, does pull out a kill. Oh, a shot coming out right there. You got to be careful in the close quarters areas around that top lift. Ooh, almost eats a rocket. So Wolverine doing a good job just to stay alive. Just a little bit of damage with that amp run. Does go down though, so SOW, that's the first significant amp run that we've seen this map. But SOW doing a decent job of negating it with kills of their own there. Still a tie game, almost 5 minutes into this one. Shieldbut's gonna spawn soon. We'll give you a view of that. You see jump boots, new to this map, weren't in the 2K4 version. Completely changes control of this top area. You can get right back up top so quickly with rockets. Slay just waiting on that belt. You see 3 SAS there. They're falling into a groove now, and that could be trouble for SOW. If SAS starts organizing, getting to these power-ups ahead of time like they like to do, that's when they can really start extending this lead. And next thing you know, after 30 or 40 seconds, you're down 15 to 20. Special one, those grabbing this 100 armor. So SOW still keeping an eye on their responsibilities. It's actually a good job right there. Whenever the enemy team takes belt and amp, keeping your focus on your objectives. Meanwhile, though, Slay with amp and belt, he's gonna have a chance to get a couple kills here. Big damage coming out, but he does finish off the kill. See them trying to take him out with Link Gun with 14 seconds left to go. He's still going to be dangerous running through mid. We'll see what he decides to do here. I'm curious. It's interesting that he's not running up top to try to take control of shield belt with this amp. He finally gets there. Oh, and gets the key kill and the belt. So right as I say that, Slay shows up just in the nick of time. Probably some good communication happening on voice there to let him know what's going on. Screams gets a couple of kills with the minigun though, his stinger, so keeping them within striking distance. That was a pretty, we've seen the last couple amp runs by SAS really making the difference so far in this one. And as I said, they seem to be getting back into rhythm, coordinating the power-up runs a little bit better. SOW able to disrupt them and stay basically tied for the first 5 minutes of this one, but now we'll see if they can keep that up. This is actually when TDM can get tricky. Once things get messy, power-ups get a little bit out of sync. Knowing when to show up where, we've got basically simultaneous spawns of the two now. Slay eating some damage, has to be careful here. See combos coming in, nice shot on Memphis. Oh, and a big combo and set that comes to Slay with 13 health. Big damage coming out from both sides. And SAS taking over the amp area. Seth Thackham steals the belt, you saw that, but Wolverine's gonna have this amp and 100 health, so good opportunity here. There's one kill coming out. Seth Thackham trying to charge him. Oh, he does go down. Headshot by Scream. Slay is right there, though, waiting for the pickup. He goes down, so SOW swarming the Amp Runner, gets another kill there, and back to a 5 frag game. Seth Dackham has 10 seconds. He can get a couple kills here. He can find his opponents. Decides not to dive after sight. Probably a smart move. He's just going to run with his teammates. Oh, and the Amped headshot takes out Fragum with the last second. Back within 3. Again, if SOW can just stay within striking distance, put the pressure on SAS, they can maybe make something interesting happen here. Doing a good job so far. Trying to keep SAS uncomfortable. You see the shield belt spawning in about 10 seconds. SOW only has 2 on it. Screams is in good position. He has a shock rifle. Seth Dackham's going to have to run off to try to grab some health. Screams jumping down, maybe looking for those jump boots. That could be a mistake because, yep, he goes down. Now Seth is all alone. He does take that shield belt though, so already looking at the numbers, much more even power-up distribution this game. We've actually had SOS grab all of the amps, much like we saw on Tempest, but belts actually 5-3 in SOW's favor. Amp spawns. SAS not in position for it. Interesting. So it's going to give SOW time to exchange weapons, get whoever they want, the amp and whatever weapon. There's some early damage coming out. Got to watch Snatch's sniper rifle, but ooh, damage on the teammate, the slow motion ball. It is half damage though, friendly fire, so only 44 damage coming out from that shock ball. So now it's on SOW. We saw them do pretty good work on Tempest, avoiding the amp runners to negate the damage, but this time SAS doing the same thing. Oh, nice falling shot there by Seth, and able to control that shield belt with the amp. So not getting a bunch of kills off it, but certainly getting control of that power up in the shield belt. What I'm seeing from SOW now is they're dedicating people down to the bottom, maybe overcommitting a little bit, but temporarily putting their whole team basically down in that shock sniper amp area. That's a really key area to hold. If you put 2 or 3 people there, eventually it can get a little much though. Oh, nice combo from Seth coming around the corner, flanking from his teammates. You definitely don't want to give up too many 100 armors, and you see the 100 armor is still relatively even, but SAS building a little bit of an advantage there. Oh, and there you see SAS getting in position. I don't know if they lost timing of the amp because they weren't even anywhere near the last one, but sending everyone down low. Trying to take control. Belt is up. Let's go there first. SAS trying to storm it. Nobody seems to have timing of it. There you go. Snatch able to steal that one. So a bit of a mistake there. SOW definitely had timing of it. Not in position now for either power-up, and this could be a huge turnaround right now. After grabbing both power-ups, SOW out of position. These two both go to Snatch. And this could be his opportunity to finally break away, as SOW hanging into this one with 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes into this one. Staying within striking distance, but now up by 10, and just like that, to a double-digit lead. That's what happens when you lose both power-ups. This could be SAS's chance to really break this one open. Oh, amped headshot on Memphis. Another one coming up, so Snatch on fire right now. One of the most significant amp runs we've seen. Maybe the most significant one this map. Up to a 14 frag lead now, and you see just how quickly things can turn around when you lose control of those power-ups. Belt's gonna spawn right now. Slay taking that one untouched. He's on a killing spree, and oh, a nice combo off the wall there. See, Scream's trying to break his armor stack down just a bit with that. Ooh, a nice teamwork there. Wolverine coming off to finish off the kill. Up to a 16 frag lead now. And this may be where SOS turns the corner and puts this one out of reach. Still plenty of time to go though, so if SOW can regroup, and this is what's so tough. This is one of the tougher things to learn as a team is evolving as a TDM squad, is when your strategy breaks down, when your game plan kind of falls apart, and it always does. Things get a little bit chaotic about 2/3 of the way into a game. This is the hardest thing for me and my teams to learn, was where to go from here, how to regroup, improvise, and not lose your cool, not lose timing of power-ups and items. And SOS definitely experienced in that. You see them actually getting even better at timing the power-ups. They're ready to go. They're on top of every power-up now. SOW had them a little bit out of rhythm. They're settling in now, and this could be difficult for SOW to come back from if they can't get them off of their mark again. Slay and frag him, getting kills there, pushing it back up. Now we're at 24 points. And this is how quickly, when you talk about map control, just like when we see in Duel, controlling items isn't the only thing that matters. Taking control of the map and then churning out kills from it, using that control to turn it into points, is so critical in Team Deathmatch. And that's what we're seeing right here. I mean, it's only been about 3 minutes since SAS really took control of this map firmly away from SOW, and already almost a 30 frag lead off of it. So not just taking the powers, but turning them into kills. And that's the sign of a very experienced Team Deathmatch team here, showing what they can do once they do get on top. Amp run for Seth Dackham. Not many amp runs coming for SOW. Early on, they were able to contest this lower area. Giving it up, I think, is kind of been really the difference in this game. We'll take a quick look at the scoreboard here. I mean, look, 6 amps grabbed off the stand. A couple for SOW there, but only about half as much, actually about a third as much amp time with it. Shield belts even right back out too. We saw, I think, a 6-2 or 5-2 lead for SOW with the shield belts about halfway into this one. And SAS, like we said, settled in, started getting into rhythm and getting to the power-ups ahead of time. And ever since then, they've been absolutely on a tear, up by 30 plus now. And that was only about 5 minutes ago that we were tied up. We'll go on board with Snatch. He does have that shield belt. Yeah, as chat points out just how quickly SAS was able to pull away in this one. Nice jump up there to the rafters. Amp's gonna spawn in 10 seconds. Snatch already on his way over there. See Special there. Special had been doing a good job early on contesting people, getting some kills. He had a nice killing spree early on in the game. But Snatch right now getting into rhythm, grabbing armor and amps, and he has had a couple of significant amp runs this game. Actually, probably more big amp runs with kills in this game than we saw on Tempest for SAS. And yet another thing they've allowed to, or that's allowed them to really pull away from this one. Seth stealing a shield belt. Oh, but the falling amp sniper shot gonna take him out. So we're gonna count this one down, take another look at the scoreboard. SAS ultimately running away from it, or running away with it rather. But if you're SOW, you can look at the first 2/3 of this one and definitely come away with some positive notes. We're basically tied up at about the 10-minute mark. I think it was definitely a single-digit lead for SAS at that point. And it was losing a couple of amps and a couple shield bolts in a row. The SOW just lost their rhythm, lost their coordination for a bit, weren't able to contest them. SAS got a couple of free grabs. That really allowed them to break it open. But up to that point, fairly even, so pretty good play by SOW here. Definitely have some things they can learn from this one moving forward. SAS, though, on their part, credit them. Of course, just continuing to roll and, like I said, an experienced TDM team not giving up whenever they kind of get dragged into a long, messy fight, ultimately winning this one comfortably. All right, 4v4 down. Of course, we do have 2v2 TDM coming up. Let me give you a quick look at the bracket, see if I can pop that up. There we go. Say bracket, really the schedule, if you will. So yeah, we saw Tempest and Goose both go into SAS. 2v2 now, it's going to be Fragum and Wolverine versus Memphis, Seth, and Special, whichever two of them play. Focus, Rankin, and Codex going to be played. Interesting mix of new, old, and older maps. Those of you curious about the duels, you see them down there. There will be Snatch and Screams, or Snatch versus Screams, and then Slave versus AGV. Coming up right after the 2v2 best of 3. Kind of surprised actually to see SAS picking some different maps. 2v2, they've definitely they've liked Focus. They've also picked Rankin, I think, a decent amount. Not Rankin, Deck rather. Saw them on Tempest. They've been picking Temple a lot in previous games, but it looks like maybe expanding. We can probably see what their 2 favorite maps are so far. The Temp maps. Scroll down just so you know we are going to see Limited Edition versus Breeding, so BDR versus L3 coming up after this one, followed by G versus Half Abs. And then All-Stars versus CC, really intriguing matchup there. Honestly, I think All-Stars versus Crowd Control could be our closest matchup of the day, but really anything can happen here. I won't say we almost saw an upset there, but certainly a much better start to Goose than I think anyone would have expected out of SOW. Huge underdogs in this one. SAS has been rolling through everyone all season, so again, SOW down those first 2 points in this matchup, but certainly have taken some steps forward, have some positives to look at moving forward. And one thing that's useful too, whenever you do, you have a good showing against a really, a top level team, arguably the best team in the world, certainly one of the top 2 or 3 in this league right now in SAS. SOW, you can look back at that replay, and you can be assured that anything that works against SAS is probably a legitimate tactic, right? Like if you can pull a couple of moves against one of the best teams, you can probably use those strategies against any team and apply them. So it'd be a good learning experience for them to look back at that. All right, let's see if we've got a hub up yet for 2v2. Looks like it is up, so we'll be jumping right in here. So you see Seth Ackerman Special playing. We saw Seth doing some good work controlling some of the power-ups in that match. Special seemed kind of streaky once he had the right weapons in his hand, particularly with that sniper rifle. Able to do some damage on SAS. Wolverine and Fraggen though, and the rest of SAS, of course, able to come back and end up winning off the last few minutes of control of that map and really taking advantage of it. See what happens in 2v2 here. We know SAS really likes this map. One of the original maps in this game, UT4 specifically, that is. And for any of you joining us for the first time, these matchups are going to be 2 4v4 TDM, 1 best of 3 2v2 TDM, and 2 best of 3 duels, each for a point, a total of 5 points in this matchup. Players are ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's game time, baby. Connex 5. We are here with the 2v2 portion of this matchup. Start off with Special sneaking around the corner, trying to get that flak primary sec, though. Able to grab first blood with that shock rifle. Big flak on Fragem, but Fragem double kill with that stinger. Like we saw last map, smart move, starting the game off with a finisher weapon, knowing your opponents are going to be weak. Ooh, big flak ball. Doesn't do full damage, however, so Special's got to be careful here. He's going to go down. Seth Dackham actually killing Special there. Special with the revenge, so they're able to trade a couple of kills for that 100 armor. Maybe going to allow them to contest the first shield belt. Seth's got to stack back up on some health, however, to make it count. Two rockets coming in, 1 kill down, so early lead for SOW. We've seen this before, though. This is how they started the 4v4 games. Trading kills early on, but needs to maintain some semblance of control here. And SAS just rushing it over and over, able to take back control. 100 armor, excuse me, 50 armor goes to Set Dakum though. 100 armor goes to Special, so good job there by SOW of keeping their composure, losing the fight over belt, but grabbing the other armors in the meantime. Now it's just a matter of posturing until this amp comes up in 10 seconds. Doesn't look like anyone has shield belts, so this, or excuse me, jump boots, so we may see a piston up here. Oh, the headshot and the kill, so SOW both getting killed out. Wolverine with an easy piston up there, nobody to put pressure on him. Oh, amp sniper shot. There's a lot of windows in this map that you can sort of aim down. It's not a very wide open map, so you can have predictable spots where you have an opportunity to take some shots at people. There's another shot coming in on Seth. With shield belt spawning soon, Wolverine off to a great start here, already on a killing spree. So that amp run, already the difference in this match. See if SOW can regroup. It can sometimes actually be easier in 2v2 to regroup to contest power-ups because you have a little bit easier time finding weapons off the spawn typically. Indeed, we see SOW already ready to contest that 100 armor. Still 20 seconds to go though, so they want to avoid getting baited out here. Oh, good job though by SOW of running as a group. Rockets to the face of Wolverine, see him on the run now. Oh, but SAS doing a great job of turning the tide, meeting back up. And you see that timing on the 100 armor. So SOW held this room for about 15 seconds and got nothing out of it. SAS turns right back around, grabs the 100 armor, and now they're in position for this amp. Looks like we're gonna have one-on-one, so Wolverine winning the one-on-one over amp. Opens things up. Oh, and kill coming out for the shield belt. So the shield belt goes to SAS. They're gonna be able to piston right up here, grab that amp. And interesting though, we haven't seen the jump boots really come into play in this game so far. Ooh, dangerous jump there in front of the sniper rifle of an amp carrier. Wolverine though, unable to hit probably some of the easiest shots of the day he's had lined up. Luckily for him, Frag-Am not missing. Oh, there's the amped headshot there. Wolverine now on a rampage. Smart move by Seth though, baiting him into that shot combo, but the damage is done, extending it up. Oh, and a self-kill by Special K. Back up to a 13 frag lead. The difference is the same, but that can feel a little bit demoralizing. Ooh, Special with the headshot. See him grab 100. Belt's actually up, and it looks like Wolverine grabbing yet another belt. How many belts is that for him? It's like it's 2-2 split, but you see 4-0. Belt's already huge advantage for SAS in that department. SOW is going to need to be able to contest those a little bit better if they want to pull back into this one. Oh, flak close quarters. This is a map where you can definitely use flak extremely effectively. Multiple areas of the map, and flak balls dropping on the head. Wolverine knowing this map so well, having the right weapon out and ready to go. I guess in this case the only other option was Stinger, but in any case, ooh, great concentration there, tracking his target. He may go down from behind. So Special there, able to steal it back, get a kill back. So great move there, 2 kills in a row. Special showing what he was doing. Ooh, in the 4v4. Once he gets that sniper rifle in his hand, he's been putting in some work. So actually SAS going in the negative on that amp run, diving at him, trying to take control of that belt. Both power-ups going to SOW. Still a 13 frag game, but they made up a little bit of ground there. Wolverine diving all over the room. An interesting move though. I don't know why we're seeing such fighting over the amp area whenever it's not even up for another minute. 100 armor will actually be up in 8 seconds. Don't be surprised to see SAS back up into that 100 armor. They've been doing a great job of timing it. There it pops up, and actually nobody going for it. So interesting move. We'll go on board with Frag-Am. Oh, he goes down to Stinger. Surely someone will be headed to the 100 armor and boots, as both are up. There you see the 100 go into frag him, boots spawn, and that's going to give him a huge advantage now. Getting back over to that shield belt in time, and if he can grab it, he may be able to get himself an amp as well. Ooh, a lack of timing on both sides. Allows Special to grab it. He takes rockets to the face. So a messy fight there. Now nobody with boots. We're going to see another fight over the amp area, and someone's going to need to win that fight before they can piston up to it. Oh, Special getting the 2v1 treatment. He's going to be on the run, not able to get away. But again, amp still spawning. 10 seconds till boots is up, so frag him. May just go ahead and piston up there. Seth Dackham grabbing the 100 armor in the meantime, but he's going to have an amp sniper rifle to deal with. I'm not sure if SOW heard that amp taken either. That'll be interesting to see if they can test the next one. Ooh. Big kill there on Frag M, but we are going to see Wolverine with the last few seconds of that amp. Fighting over this belt area. Credit SOW, they have been contesting these shield belts, keeping the timing on them and staying in rhythm. Unfortunately, they've just been slightly early or late to the party many of the times. SAS moving around the map, no wasted time. That's one thing you want to keep in mind when you're watching SAS move around this map. There's not a lot of downtime. They're not just sitting in rooms. We saw SOW get caught in this 100 armor room, fighting SAS out of it for about 15 seconds, didn't even get the power up, and then they leave the room and SAS swerves right back through the map, circles back around, takes the power up en route to the next one. You want to have efficient movement in 2v2. You don't want to be sitting still holding areas that don't have anything in them. See Fragum grabbing that, moving back over, we'll see. Boots, yep, in his hands. So he's going to be hanging out in this amp area. He's got to be careful though. SOW knows he's there. And now there's some decisions to be made. It looks like they're going to go for the shield belt area first. Oh, double enforcers right to the face. Be surprised if Fragum doesn't grab this one. Oh, he's going to leave it for his teammate. Interesting move. So he allows Special actually to sneak around. So a big steal there by SOW. They can make something happen with this amp, and we've seen Special with the amp sniper rifles, very dangerous. Ooh, missing that shot just below the foot, and the combo coming out. Oh, and SOW just not able to connect with those shots. Did a good job stealing that amp, and SAS not going to do much with it themselves. Just couldn't hit the shots, and that could have been a big opportunity there. They were down 14, I believe, at the time. Now this lead just getting extended even further. We'll check out what Wolverine's doing. Still has a little bit of armor left. 7 seconds till that next shield belt. We see SOW getting in position, so doing a good job of keeping an eye on these power-ups and still contesting them. But right now, just losing these 2v2 fights. Credit to SOW for being in position to fight 2v2 and not getting caught trying to fight 2v1. We've seen that with some of the 2v2 matches in the past. But at some point, the fragging power of SAS and their kind of their gaming IQ, right? So SAS not getting caught in 2v1s is huge, because SOW has shown that they may have the ability to take them out 2v1. They definitely have a decent fragging ability here. They may not want to fight one-on-one, but if they can fight two-on-one, that's what SOW wants. SES doing a great job avoiding that. Amp's going to be spawning right now. Boots are up, so they might be fighting over jump boots first. So we see them bouncing around that 50 armor area. Fragum getting a couple kills. He'll be able to circle around. Looks like they're maybe going to grab belt and then use that to piston up to boots. Jump boots in the hands of Seth Dackham. He can circle around and grab amp if he wants. He's right around the corner from it. I'm not sure if he knows that they already grabbed shield belt. Looks like he's trying to negate. He certainly knows now. And that allows Wolverine to grab that amp and circle back right around behind them and take shots to their back. So interesting move there. Seth, though, does take out Fragum with the belt, but then Wolverine able to extend that spree onto a rampage. So another big amp run there by Wolverine. SAS, much like we saw in the 4v4, settling in the last few minutes and really extending that lead. So you see it dominating by Wolverine and another pickup for him. The power-up's going completely one-sided. The damage also completely one-sided in the second half of this game. It started off pretty even once again. SOW looking good the first few minutes. But SAS so formidable once they settle in. Very difficult to knock them off of their rhythm. Look at a nice shot through the windows there. And one thing you notice from SAS too, in these fights, they get a lot of safe damage. What I mean by that is they're able to get damage through things like that combo through the window. Able to take shots where you're not vulnerable to counter shots. So like right there, he took a big shot, a lot of damage while doing some damage of his own. Anytime you get free damage without anyone firing back at you, absolutely huge. Up 43 now, so this one pretty much academic at this point. We're going to see Fragum, though, try to extend this lead to finish this one off. Oh, the duel, staring down the dual enforcers. Fragum hanging in there, getting that shot off, getting the kill, pushing it up to 45 frag lead. How quickly the complexion of a game can change. I mean, it really only took a few minutes for SAS to settle in, but SOW, again, some positives to take from this. I mean, they certainly challenged everything well early on. They actually kept challenging the shield belt until the very end here, but what they couldn't do is get 2 steps back and get into the rhythm of setting up for amp. So what we saw SAS do is get into a rhythm of contesting shield belt, taking it, and then using that to take amp, whether or not they had jump boots. SOW was showing up to contest shield belt. They weren't showing up to contest amp, or when they did, they didn't have boots and they didn't have belts, so they didn't really have great opportunities for success with it. And that's just thinking 2 steps ahead everywhere, and that's a lot of that too is getting into a rhythm. Once you play, especially with the same player for a long time, you sort of get into that rhythm with some unspoken communication, and Special there blowing himself up in the face. A bold strategy, but looks like it's not going to work out for him this time. It's 90 seconds to go. SAS just... Oh, the easiest shot of the day for Wolverine. Just shooting Skeet there. So the last minute of this one, map 1's going to go SAS's way. We'll take a quick look at the scoreboard. Almost double the damage for SAS. You look at the power-up dominance. And there's the godlike for Wolverine. I believe that's the first godlike we've seen of the tournament. Ooh, and right now, Wolverine just on a roll. He's just throwing up shots everywhere. Look at that sniper rifle accuracy. Even 30% Enforcer. I know, you know, 5 kills with the Enforcer, shooting 30%. Another headshot while we're at it. Wolverine just on fire this game. When you give Wolverine all the power-ups and he shoots 54% accuracy with the sniper rifle, not a whole lot to be done about that at that point. So map 1, oh, there we actually see the concession with 8 seconds left. Good game. SAS taking map 1. We'll be back for map 2 in just a second. All right, we are on Rizankin. Going from one game's demo map to another game's demo map. Actually, I guess Focus wasn't really a demo map. It was one of the first maps in the UT4 super early beta, pre-alpha, pre-alpha, whatever. Here we go, players are ready. 3, 2, 1. It's game time, baby. Connex 5. We are here with map 2 with this 2v2 portion of this matchup. We see a sub here, Memphis in for Seth Thackum. SAS has been rolling this match. SOW has shown us some life, however. We see them get off to an early lead every single map, I think, so far in this matchup. So they've been able to contest things the first few minutes of each match. And then once SAS gets rolling, they've been able to extend the leads and win by a comfortable margin in pretty much every game so far. But SOW showing some potential. We'll see what they can do here on map 2. Ooh, nice teamwork there. Wolverine and Fragam evening it right back up. Got to be careful. Those enforcer shots so dangerous early on. 2 shots in a row by Special, who has been prodigious with the sniper rifle so far in this matchup. Shield belt on a Rankin, so huge 2v2 because it's much less dangerous to grab than it is in 4v4. And they just see the shield belt grab and 2 kills. Wolverine ready to find some people to shoot in the face. Or maybe in the feet, whatever works. 10 seconds till this belt spawns. I would bet, excuse me, till the amp spawns, I bet Wolverine's just gonna dive right over the top of it. He has nothing to fear right here. Ooh, decides to go the low route. They push him out, so a good job at SOW of getting in position ahead of time. They will want to stay together, however. This is a bit of a dangerous move. Special's got that amp sniper rifle. He's so dangerous with it, but they're split up, so he's not gonna be able to help out Memphis very much. Ooh, and there's a combo to the back. Yeah, dangerous move there. They drop the amp. Fragam not in great position to do much damage with it, but was a chance for SOW to pull right back into this one. Down 3 early on now. And another shield belt to SAS. SOW is going to need to get in position to control those shield belts ahead of time because SAS showing up a few seconds early, getting in and out without a whole lot to compensate for it. Damage-wise, so Fragam going down. Wolverine actually taking a lot of damage, so good job by SOW of trying to negate that power-up. Now we have a little bit of time here until this 100 arm response. This is going to be map control time. Nice job there by Special. His teammate goes down, but he shifts over, rotates, gets the trade. Fragam answers right back with an enforcer kill. And the 100 armor, so there was the power-up you wanted to watch. 15 seconds till this amp, and Fragam getting that easy shot. You do have Memphis with a shock rifle, but very low health. Ooh, he goes down and gives up a shock rifle. Wolverine now in great position to take this amp. Special giving chase, and you don't want to... You have to be careful on this map. You're going to respawn near enemies so much. You have to be careful about getting into the habit of diving at them with the enforcer trying to whittle them down. If you end up losing 3 or 4 kills every time you do that, you're going to lose by a ton. SAS, though, right now, just controlling these power-ups, and that's been the difference so far. So not much happening on that amp run, and actually they took a kill from his teammate. So, ooh, nice shots there by Wolverine, though. He continues to just be on fire. And there's great communication there, calling out the help, getting the kill, shooting people in the back. Wolverine, though, stuck in a 2v1 situation. He goes down. SOW sticking together, taking over that sniper rifle area. Another kill from Memphis. So still, SOW staying in this one. If they can get a couple more spawn kills off of that, that's exactly what they need, and that's exactly what they get. Pulling within 4, and this is what I talked about earlier, much like Duel. Turning 1 kill into multiple, so important if you want to try to take control in TDM. You can't just get the power-ups, you need to turn that into points. Pulling within 3 now is SOW, and Memphis grabs that shield belt, so key. Giving him a chance to contest for this next amp. Spawns in 10 seconds. Right now, neither team showing up to it early, but you see SAS has a bead on it. They're going to get first crack at it. SOW there, bit of a mistake. They take that shield belt, have full armor, and completely lose track of that amp. Oh, Memphis taking a full amp sniper shot. Wolverine can go down in one big shot here, but will Memphis want to take that shot? Oh, another shot onto him. Oh, and then turn around sniper. So Wolverine putting out quite a bit of damage despite being low on health with that amp. Special does grab it. Only a couple of seconds left, though, so the damage done, negating that armor control that SOW had managed to wrest away from SAS. They are in position this time, though, and a headshot comes out. Another shot by Special, and stealing the shield belt, so he's going to go down. Smart move by Frag and pulling out the stinger. No, he didn't, knowing he had low health. But a pretty big series of shots there by Special to just basically pull even, essentially just trade there after potentially a mistake earlier with the amp. So SOW once again staying in this one, still down by 5. Oh, a nice shot there. You see Memphis turning that corner. We see that so often in 2v2 where one person's backed into a corner, a teammate turns the corner and blasts them. Wolverine now with that 100 armor in good position to make a charge. Only 1 shock ammo though, so he's gonna need to circle around and grab some more. Ooh, almost eating a rocket there. Able to dive up top on that deck and get it. Amp is up. I don't know if he knows. He's gonna back into it. Actually misses it. Special wants that amp. Special with the amp sniper rifle has been the best opportunity for SOW to put kills on the board. Times it wrong though, just a little bit late. And they're in big trouble now, as this could be a chance for them to crack this game open. SAS up by 9 with the amp, but Memphis with the counter snipe. It's going to be a key next couple minutes here. You see, it's a 9-frag game with about 8.5 minutes to go. If SAS gets settled onto these power-ups and SOW loses track of them, this could be where they pull away. But if SOW can regroup on them, they can keep this one close, stay within striking distance. Anything can happen. More trades coming out, back and forth, back and forth. It's so hard to get truly stacked on this map whenever the other team is putting pressure on you. There's quite a few health vials, but it's a lot easier to stack those up in duel than it is in team deathmatch. There's twice as many people, obviously. Wolverine in position super early, just exploding Special there. Back up to a 9-frag lead. Belt goes to Wolverine. He does take some damage. SOW, though, needed to get there a few seconds earlier to truly contest. Wolverine's going to be able to bait him into that combo, grab that sniper rifle, and now he can get in position for this amp. Let's see who's around it. See Memphis trying to make way. Ooh, a headshot coming out from Wolverine and another follow-up shot. Amp will be spawning right now. And right now, SOW is just respawning with no weapons. So Wolverine's got a couple kills and an amp sniper rifle. We are up to a 13-frag lead now. Let's see what happens with this amp run. This could be SAS's chance to really take a lead that they can run home with. And you notice a little thing like that. Wolverine sliding to the side to pick up that link ammo. Just a little bit of an instinctive move. Gives him a little bit more tools to work with. Guess what I'm saying is keep an eye on the small things in Team Deathmatch. So a little bit of a lull here, no power-up spawning. Interesting to see who goes for what. See a one-on-one situation over there with Fragan, but got teammate help, and there's the killing spree. Both SAS players on a killing spree now. Remember, I told you to take an eye, or keep an eye out on the scoreboard from the 8.5-minute mark. That's when SAS seemed to really take control of this map, at least temporarily. Since then, they've doubled the lead. It's going to be very difficult for SAS to break this control. Could end up being the turning point on the map. Oh, another big combo. Wolverine on a roll right now, and he's going to have Amp and a chance to run over towards the shield belt with it if he wants. Ooh, misses the shot on the sliding enemy, so uncharacteristic. However, that shield belt already grabbed by Frag M, and the 100 armor going to Wolverine, so the whole map firmly in SAS's control right now. And SOW, this is where they've run into trouble in the previous TDM games. Once they lose control, they seem to have trouble kind of regrouping, and certainly no one can blame them against SAS. And SAS, for their part, knows what to do once they get a lead, once they get in control. They're really great front runners. And up to a 25 frag lead now. It's gone from a 8 or 9 frag lead to 25 in just about 3 minutes. And that's just how quickly SAS can step on the gas. Not too surprising given the what we've seen in this game, but power-up's completely one-sided in SAS's favor. I'm actually kind of surprised SOW was able to keep it as close as they were for that long, basically the first half of the game, within striking distance, given how one-sided the power-ups have been. Damage output, somewhat lopsided, but I imagine with control of the map, we might see that damage comparison go even more into SAS's favor as we close this one out. Oh, the jump boot, amped headshot by Wolverine. Just unnecessary. Oof. We might see another godlike here by Wolverine. I mean, if you had to guess who would get the first godlike of this UTPL season, I think Wolverine would be a good bet. Oh, but one shot away. Oh, special can't end it. It looks like Wolverine might have a new objective now, just to get the second godlike in a match. And again, not entirely shocking. Wolverine is often the belt runner for SAS, so obviously he's going to have 2 or 3 times the health a lot of times. He also often picks up the amp because of that belt. So definitely in position to go on a lot of long sprees. 5 more seconds to this next amp. Shield belt's going to spawn at the same time. SOW may decide to contest it. Special wants to knock him off of amp, but that's going to be a dangerous proposition. Oh, that amped headshot off the wall. Wolverine, everything he throws out right now is just hitting. Wolverine really wants that god. Like, you can see him being so careful. They've already got this match in hand, so why not? It's important to set goals for yourself. Memphis and Special both down to 3 and 4 health respectively, so this could be Wolverine's chance if he turns the corner with Stinger. Oh, Fragum takes the easy kill away from his teammate. Ooh, and Special trying to end that spree with one more shot. Can't do it. Oh, and there it goes. Just short. Wolverine, no godlike for you. The godlike Nazi smacks him down. Quick look at the scoreboard here. Meanwhile, missing more back-to-back kills by Wolverine. I don't feel like his accuracy has been as crazy this game. Yeah, a little more human, only 38%, which is good, but not out of this world. But he's been making great use of it. I mean, obviously, very efficient game accuracy-wise for Frag M as well. I mean, we've been talking about Wolverine a lot because of the sprees, but obviously Frag M's been playing very effective and efficient video games himself today. And SOW for their part, oh, nice headshot there by Memphis. SOW for their part, I've been saying this every match, but it's pretty much all gone the same way. Every TDM game they played, they're in it for a certain portion of it. Another headshot by Memphis. They have some things to look at. But there's that corner to turn between sort of a mid-level experienced TDM team and the TDM teams that have been playing together for a while in figuring out how to take back control of a map once you're down. It's so hard to do that. Once a team is front running, especially an experienced team like SAS who really knows how to turn on the pressure and play with the lead and extend that lead. Fighting back from that is one of the hardest things to learn in TDM. Got 10 seconds left to go. Good games coming out from both sides, but SAS going to take the 3rd point of this matchup. Taking the 2v2 TDM portion, and we're about to move on to the duel portion now. As we head out of the hub. And again, first duel looks like it's going to be Snatch versus Scream, so an interesting one coming up there. I'm going to take a quick water break, and we'll be back here once they get that game up. And we are back. Looks like we've got this hub over. We'll be in here in just a second. Again, though, taking a look at these brackets, you got Snatch versus Scream's going to have Deep, Leah, and Coma coming up for you. And Snatch is in the building. Don't forget to hydrate, everyone. We've got a long day ahead of us. It is nice and sunny, though, here now this morning, so any of you North American folks with friends waking up, be sure to let them know we got this going on. Post those links all over the Discords and whatnot. Alright, looks like players all ready. There we go, 3, 2, 1. It's game time, baby. Connex 5 here with your duel round of this matchup, Scrims versus Snatch. Ooh, here on deep. See the early link rush not really working out for him. Oh, the Screams dropping the flat balls on top. Can't make the primary connect, though. Finally gets the shot off. Chasing him off the spawn, he's going to go straight for that shock rifle. Probably his primary objective there. Another big combo. He's got to be careful, though. That link could take him out if he's not hiding behind that pillar, and he does just that. Gets himself back up to health. Snatch, for his part, does the same. They're going to probably reconvene over some health bubbles in just a second. Oh, and a big combo there by Screams, up to a 2-frag lead already. Ooh, the first shield belt going to Snatch. Screams a little bit late to the party. Almost knocks him off the map. Remember, you can get knocked off the map behind that. Oh, that flak ball. Almost a fadeaway flak. Just misses. Snatch baits him into it, diving for those health packs. Such a dangerous jump over towards those health bubbles because everyone likes to run by there. Got a 1-frag game. Finding him off the spawn. Got to careful about that link then, but he does have enough ammo to just ping him right back into the wall. And we got a tie game. Back and forth we go. So 25 seconds to the shield belt, 10 seconds to the 100 armor, so we should see a fight over that. We'll see how they decide to approach it. Ooh, Screams down on top. Snatch gonna back up into it, and you see the angle there. Screams trying to shoot him up onto the floor, but Snatch wisely backs up. He's gonna have 100 armor and speed on that shield belt. He's got to be careful, though. A couple of sniper shots could have taken him out there. Now he's got that extra armor from the shield belt and an opportunity to try to turn this into some points. Ooh, dangerous move going for those mid-health bubbles. Screams knew exactly where he was going. Hit him with that sniper shot. Not huge damage, but does help negate some of that armor. Ooh, and a combo coming out. So Scream's doing a great job. Not in control of any of the armors now, but able to knock him down back to 100 health. Ooh, more shots coming out. So Snatch right now just getting assaulted from all directions by Scream. He's looking very comfortable with the angles on this map. Snatch pinned in the corner. Got to be careful here. Nice escape. Oh, and almost getting the kill himself. There's one more opportunity. Nice move there by Snatch. Taking victory out of the jaws of defeat there. Does give up a shield belt and down to 13 health. Kind of surprised to see Screams not jump at him and try to get that kill with the Enforcer. One shot would have taken him out. Snatch was in a bad situation. Wisely circled back through the map and able to turn it into a kill. Screams does chase him down, get that kill. And now Screams, at the very least, has timing of the belt. Will have an opportunity to contest to get there ahead of time next time it comes up. Ooh, the flak ball's eating one. There's a big flak primary back and forth. Whoever hits that next shot is going to get a kill. There it is. Screams taking control again. He's actually been doing pretty good work. Let's take a look at his numbers. Yeah, 2 of his 4 kills coming from the flak primary. Hitting 37% flak. That's actually pretty nuts. Obviously not a ton of shots fired already, but anything over about 25% flak primary is going to be very effective. Nice fall away sniper. Goes down though, Snatch. Wisely. Oh, he spawns right in front of him with the stinger. And that's going to push him back off of that 100 armor. Smart spawn there by Screams. Grabbing that stinger. Basically pushing him back across the map and getting himself 100 armor right back. Doesn't allow him to tie it back up. Or excuse me, to trade that kill back and take the lead back. And there he goes, diving right down in his face, knowing he had no more than 100 health. So we're seeing some smart play here by both teams. Scream's looking very comfortable in this map. Be a chance to try to extend the lead if he can hit another flat primary, getting right in the face of Snatch. We see his strategy here. And given how effective, oh, nice link into the face. So Scream's just getting in position ahead of time and daring Snatch to pursue. Shield belt spawns though. So right now, you see the aggression here. Scream's knowing he's in between Snatch and the belt, trying to catch him diving for it. Gets a free grab of it while Snatch goes for the 25. Ooh, and the combo. 2 more flak primaries, 1 more shot's gonna take out Snatch. Scream's already ate a combo earlier in the game, trying to be too aggressive. Doesn't want to follow it up too hard. Oh, there he goes. 22 health, but just down to 20 of his own. And Snatch has been doing a great job on his side of trading damage, but there's the flak ball to finish him off. Screams now finally extends the lead to 2. To whittling Snatch down for quite a while there. Ooh, almost eating a rocket. Close range rockets. Whoever hits that next shot, Screams hits it. He's going to have to be careful here because Snatch knows he's weak. He's going to be trying to hit him. 1 more shot can take him down. Bring him back within 2. 10 seconds to the shield belt now, so the question is Scream's going to go contest it? Or is he going to back up for the 100 armor? He's going to contest it. 1 shot trying to knock him off the edge. Oh, doesn't quite take him out. 59 health remaining for Snatch. He's going to have that shield belt in his hands. And just under 4 minutes to go to try to come back into this one. Big combo through the floor. You can shoot through the floor / ceiling. So many greats in this map. Screams for his part. All the way back up to 100 health just like that. Oh, but there is that close range link versus flak. Screams needed to hit another big primary. Couldn't make it happen. Snatch now on a roll. In pursuit, trying to take him out and tie this one right back up. Just like that. Ooh, Scream's dangerous move. Decides to stand in and wait for the 100 armor. Snatch kills him. Gets that health back up, and that could be a huge turning point in this match. Screams had an opportunity to escape there. Would have given up the 100 armor, but still kept his lead. Said he stands in, tries to grab it. Snatch gets the kill and the 100. Escapes to some health. And now is in firm control of this map as his shield belt's going to be his. That was a huge turning point right there. So now we've got a little bit of a reset here. Screams back up. You see him with 155 health, so it's a smart move to get back up to high health if you don't have control of the armors. Snatch at 96 over 100 now. Relatively even here between these two players. We're waiting for him to take that teleporter. Doesn't happen. We see Snatch now trying to pull up the flak primary that we've seen Screams use so effectively against him. Oh, both players lining up shots. Trading back and forth. Screams is all in on this one. Snatch backing into the health bubbles. Huge play there by Snatch. Backing through into the health in the middle of the fight. Smart play. It's the only thing that kept him alive. Able to get more damage output with that sniper and the kill with 7 health. That only happens because he backs into the health bubbles mid-fight. Smart awareness play there by Snatch, but there is no health left up in this map. Finally, it respawns. Screams does get himself a shield belt off of that, but now he is down with under 2 minutes to go, and he's going to have to hunt down Snatch, who's done a great job of baiting him into combos so far in this one. Ooh, you see him trying to shoot him through the grate there. There's a chance for some rocket damage. Only 20 coming out. You can't just dive at someone in this map. There's such tight quarters. Pursuit He's gotta be careful. Almost hit him with that flat ball. I like the shot, but didn't quite connect. He's in his face with rockets. Where did he go? It bounced him way up into the air and an escape off the lift by Snatch. And able to get back to the health bubble. Snatch has been doing such a great job. Another flat ball of getting back up to health. He's only got to 51 health with minutes to go. He got 10 seconds to a shield belt. If someone can get to that shield belt, that could give him a huge advantage. Oh, a huge flat ball. And once again, Scream's having to run away mid-fight after one shot by Snatch, who's turned him away with flat balls, rockets, shield belt, sniper. Just always just one extra shot that causes Screams to back off. But with less than a minute to go, Screams has no options. He's going to have to go all in a fight. Oh, he has his opportunity. Snatch actually runs into the shock bubble. Oh, here's the chance. Got a shot. Flat primary, another flat primary. If he can follow up with one more shot, he can tie it up. And there it goes with 20 seconds to go. Screams has a chance to take this one right back from him. Tied up with 20 seconds to go if he can catch him off the spawn. I don't think he's playing for a tie here. Ooh, he's got to be careful though. With 8 seconds to go, he could go down to this link gun. Oh, and the escape by Screams with 3 seconds to go and 7 HP. Makes it, survives to overtime. And Snatch now with the opportunity to end this one. He knows he's weak. Oh, it gets the kill with under 2 minutes to go. Snatch, you saw the strategy there, knowing he was whittled down. And Snatch, for his part, not exactly stacked, but getting that kill, highly aggressive. Also earns him a shield belt, an opportunity to at the very least survive and run the clock out here. We'll see what Screams can put together. It seems like he's been chasing him the last few minutes of this game. Just scratching and clawing, trying to keep this one even. He's going to have to do the same thing again. We've seen Snatch turn him away. Every time he tries to chase, he ends up throwing out shock balls, combos, flat balls, rockets. Seems like every time Screams finally closes the gap, he's already taken damage. Oh, he's waiting for that combo. Doesn't happen. Not a bad concession there. Screams gives up the 100 armor, but Snatch was already at 150, and Screams is at 93, so not really much of a loss there to try to get a prediction combo. Oh, a combo right up through the grate, and that's what I'm talking about. Snatch has just been on top of these angles, and there's a tough decision to be made there. Screams needed that shield belt, got pushed away from it. He's going to try to get the 100 armor instead. Oh, but Snatch is right on top of him. Snatch actually runs away from the shield belt to get to the 100. Screams now trying to get back, decide what to do. He's going to grab some health and maybe circle around to the belt. I don't think he knows that the belt's still up. If Screams can go grab this belt, he can give himself a chance here. Interesting, he hasn't even peeked back at it, so he presumed that Snatch had taken it. He has not taken it. That belt is still up. Big flat primary closes the gap. Oh, and Snatch can back right up into that belt. There's the kill. And there's the concession, but back and forth, very, very close game there. And if you're Screams, you've actually got to be kicking yourself there. He had a couple of opportunities there. He was in control. I think that kill on the 100 armor was probably the biggest turning point. He stood in there, thought he had timing of it, thought he was going to get a revenge, shot on him after he grabbed the 100. Instead, he gets killed off of it. Snatch grabs it, grabs the belt, turns control around. Screams, though, able to find him again and push it to overtime. And then survive almost being killed with about 3 seconds to go. So back and forth. I mean, that was just a coin toss game. Players are readied up quickly, about to get started here. There we go. 3, 2, 1. It's game time, baby. Connex 5 back here from map 2. Snatch versus Screams. We just saw a nail biter on deep. Now we're here on Leah. In the end, Snatch able to hold it off, win in overtime. Early on, Snatch getting the first shot off. Link gun in his hands. Gets that shock rifle in his hands as well. Looking for an angle. Oh, Screams blasts him with the shot combo. He finishes him off with Link. Ooh, Snatch down to 10 health. Screams decides to back off. I'm not sure if he understands just how weak Snatch is. Down to 10 health. Literally anything would take him out. Nice use of the lift there to protect himself. Still 35 health for Snatch. Any significant hit's gonna kill him. Down to 12 health. But you see those shock balls being put out. Should just deter the chase. We saw that all game on deep as Screams just could not finish him off. Trying to close that gap. Oh, grabbing that health vial, gonna tell Snatch exactly where Screams is. Trying to pursue here, but Snatch grabbing that 100 armor is gonna give him a chance to kind of dictate the flow of combat a little bit of his own. Oh, trying to drop in his face. It was so effective on deep. Screams wanted to get in his face with flak. There's a big primary comes out. Misses the follow-up flak ball, but a little bit of damage is going to have Snatch on the run. And this is what it felt like from most of the game on deep. Snatch was kind of on the run, but staying alive. Screams got up to a few frags lead, and then Snatch was able to close the gap very quickly once he turned control around. Oh, another prediction combo. You see Screams just trying to force the issue, wanted to force a fight. Oh, Snatch, so patient there. And that's what we've seen all matchup between these two. Screams wanting a fight, wanting to get in his face, force it to get dirty. Snatch just playing so patient, baiting him. Unable to concede, basically only fighting whenever he has an advantage. Ooh, the rocket's gonna push Snatch away. Almost killed himself there. You saw that mouse shake. He knew it. He almost took himself out with those rockets. Oh, a big rocket there on Screams. Snatch still on the run, able to put out some damage though as a deterrent. And if Screams isn't carefully, could go down again. Another rocket. I gotta say, this is looking a lot like a Quake match right now. Two just throwing prediction rockets all over the place, turning each other away, trying to push each other around the map. Screams dives out there, goes for it, grabs the belt. Not gonna try to pursue though, as he's only got 11 health. Snatch can kill him with one hit. Screams gonna go back, get that 100 armor on top of it, but he still needs health packs. If he wants to get the full protection out of that belt, Snatch just guesses wrong there in a 50-50 shot. It's good news for Screams as he's able to get back up to 76 health. And in position, a big flak ball off the 50 though. And Screams now is the one on the run. We'll see if Snatch can capitalize. $100 armor again goes to Screams, so Snatch basically conceding that one. Trying to bait him into heading to the shield belt, but that 100 armor is going to give Screams a huge opportunity here if he can get into to Snatch's face. I'm not sure if that was an intentional decision or if he just lost track of where Screams was, but now both power-ups going to Screams, so huge turnaround there. He does eat a combo, as we've seen all game. You see the fake sound effect mind games happening from Screams. Oh, he's got a chance there. Actually missing that jump. Things getting a little sloppy here. Oh, the turnaround sniper shot. That was huge right now. Down to 34 health. This is Snatch. This is Scream's opportunity if he can catch him. Going for health. Just gets there a little bit early. We've seen Snatch now all game has been hanging out on that second level, throwing flak balls down in the 50s. Caught Screams a couple times. If Screams could catch onto it, he might be able to anticipate that. Just waiting for his opportunity to take a shot here. Big combo. Oh, he just misses it, but follows it up with the rocket and ties it right back up. 1-1 now. Screams firmly in control of this one. That 100 armor and shield belt, both basically uncontested, was a huge turning point so far. But just like that, Snatch able to put more damage onto Screams, and Screams on the run now. And Snatch able to tie it right back up with the rocket. His prediction is just so on point so far in this matchup. Ooh, Snatch thanking his lucky stars there. Screams had him lined up for a combo. couldn't complete it. Oh, the combo there by Snatch also blocks Screams from hitting his combo. Rockets to the face. This could be his chance to go up by 2. If he pulls out the Link Gun, he does. Link Gun's back and forth. Screams, though, doing damage of his own, down to 10 health this Snatch. Is he going to try to get the fall-away shot? He doesn't hit it. He's going to have to go for health on his own. Dangerous moves here by Snatch. You see him trying to bait Scrims. Doesn't work, but now he's down to 60 health. And not going to be able to grab that shield belt. 100 armored's not up for 15 more seconds. Screams now with a chance. But of course, like we've seen from Snatch, he's going to be throwing combos, flak balls, all sorts of business behind him. Oh, a nice attempted flak ball there across the map, basically. We're just playing Ring Around the Rosie. Snatch knows exactly where Screams is. And you see Snatch circling around, grabbing that 100 armor. Screams could have kept him off of that if he wanted. Instead, he opted to pursue, missed it. Here's his chance to close the gap. He wants that flat fight up close. He did so well on deep with it. Doesn't get the kill, but does break him down to 18 health. And there's only so many health packs spawning in this map right now. Screams has Snatch on the run, but has to get up close to finish him off. Not happening yet. Snatch looks like he's conceding this shield belt yet again, and looks like Screams isn't even that interested in it, just trying to get one more shot. Oh, there's the rockets. Big combo comes out. Snatch down to 13 health. He's been below 50 health so many times in the last few minutes. Clock becoming a factor now. These two just trading blows, and Screams not able to finish Snatch off so far. He's been so close so many times. He's gonna maybe fake the lift. No, he's gonna grab the shield, grab the health vials. So Snatch knows exactly where he is. He's gonna double back around and maybe try to catch him in front. He still has 15 seconds until the 100 armor. So these two right now just playing cat and mouse. Scream's trying to either ambush him or pick up vials. Rocket launcher's his. Again though, Snatch is gonna know exactly where he is from hearing that pickup. Ooh, Snatch, dangerous move. Turns the corner to contest 100 armor. Couple of shots, hits Screams, but he's going to grab that 100 and be in position. Ooh, if that combo hit, that could have been the game. Screams making some risky plays here. He knows he's down at 50. He's got to watch that combo up through the bottom. Oh, has the flat primary out. If he hits that one, it's huge shots. Oh, and he misses picking up the 150 armor. And Snatch with the clutch rocket kill. One shot from Screams would have tied it up there. Instead, Snatch turns it around, gets the kill, gets the follow-up spawn kill, and that could be the game. On the backs of one trade right there over that shield belt. Screams able to survive with 8 health. Still a 2-frag game with a minute to go. We've seen crazier comebacks before in this map, but it's going to be so hard. Snatch now with 75 armor, knows he's down to 43 health. One shot can completely end it. Nice job using that piston, but he still needs health. Scrim's now trying to guess where he's at. Ooh, almost baits him off the shield belt. Oh, if he could have knocked him off that would have been huge. That shield belt grab may do it for Snatch. He's going to pull up by 3 with 40 seconds to go, and that'll do it. We'll take a look at the scoreboard as we ride this one out, but another back and forth game all map long. There's a concession. The shield belt's basically even. Scream's actually grabbing more than twice as many 100 armors. Snatch though with the damage. There was so much damage from Snatch turning away Screams as he tried to track him down and get the kill. And that was really the key to the whole game, is whenever Snatch needed to hit a combo or prediction rocket that turned Screams away, he just hit it. So many turning points back and forth though. Very, very close between those two. And it looks like we've got Slave versus AGV coming up next. I'm going to let those guys get that map up and running and take a quick break, and we'll be back with you in just a second. All right, looks like this game is up and running. Jumping in there right now. Again, this will be Slave versus AGV for the last dual round of this matchup. SOW having a pretty good showing so far, I'd say. Despite being huge underdogs, but SAS nevertheless taking the first 4 points of this game, or of this match rather. Players are ready. Here's the countdown, and it's game time, baby. Connex 5. We are here with the last duel of this SAS versus SOW matchup. Quick battle early on between Slay and AGV. Both going to back up to their corners, though. We just saw an extremely close matchup on Leah. See what they can bring us this time. Ooh, Slay conceding the first 100 armor, maybe trying to catch him. There's the fall away sniper shot. Taking that shot, jumping out of danger. Has the rocket launcher out. Gonna keep the sniper out, so interesting move there by Slay. Thought he was gonna try to rain down some rockets on top of HEV, turns that corner. Sniper versus Shock's gonna push Slay away. He will have a chance to fight for either the shield belt or the 100 armor. It looks like he's listening to hear where AGV goes, maybe get a free shot there. AGV, though, is going to end up grabbing that belt, negating that shot, but I think Slay was just waiting for his chance there to get a shock rifle in his hands. Ooh, quick shot there, falling down. So Slay just trying to whittle AG down. AG's been in complete control of the map so far, grabbing first 100 and the first shield belt. Slay able to grab that 100 armor, and look at his health as well. So there's a pretty good amount of vials on this map. So someone who's paying attention during their match and can keep timing of things can really stack themselves up, give themselves a nice advantage with just health vials on this map. Even if you're not in control of the armors, gives you a chance to fight back into it. A couple quick snipes there, and AGV now on the run, 25 health. Slay's trying to track him down. And AGV right now kind of has Slay bamboozled as far as his movement goes. Slay's been trying to predict him with sniper shots, just guessing wrong every time, but those 2 shots in a row do earn him control of the shield belt. Ooh, and almost a big combo there to put the first one on the board. Couple more shots of Slay right now. Very efficient with his shots. See that high accuracy early on in this one still, but it does allow him to track him down with the Link. Gonna get the first kill of this one. Ooh, a flak ball to the face. But Slay with that shield belt still looking pretty healthy. AGV gonna have to run away another sniper shot, so Slay looking real comfortable with his aim right now. Ooh, AGV guesses wrong. He's gonna have a chance to run for health, but he's gonna need to put some rockets down behind him. He does just that. Not gonna be able to contest that shield belt. He's gonna be out of position for the 100 armor as well. They take that high route, who goes right after him, so interesting. AGV going all in here, trying to land a big rocket. He does, takes out Slay. That was a huge turnaround right there as Slay had complete control. He's gonna take him down though with the Enforcer and then take the 100 armor, so nice all in there by AGV to knock Slay off of his control pattern, but Slay comes right back to finish him off. Still a minor victory there for AGV. If nothing else, he's fighting someone with 100 armor instead of a belt. Ooh, but Slay's just gonna whittle him down with that Link right off the spawn. Start trading back and forth. 100 armor going to AGV, but Slay already has 100 armor of his own, so we're going to see the shield belt spawn right now. AGV nowhere in position. You see the shot coming around the corner, back and forth between these two, but AGV now is going to have to figure out how to position himself to this next 100 armor because Slay firmly in control right now. And one thing I'm noticing, I mentioned those health files before. AGV hasn't really been picking those up and soaking them up as much as Slay, and I think that's given him, ooh, nice follow-up by Slay, taking 0 damage there, so not just getting a kill, taking 0 damage so that AGV can't track him down to trade back with him. So Slay missing a jump there doesn't really hurt him. In fact, it may have saved him. Sometimes missing a jump can make you less predictable and end up avoiding damage you would have otherwise taken. Ooh, shots just above the head of Slay, but still looking pretty comfortable here. Ooh, Slay missing a sniper shot. Has to be careful here. Close range rockets. AGV is going to have an advantage with that 116 health. Just misses the air rocket. Going to be trying to close that gap. One more shot will get him a kill. Oh, the ring around the Rosie. With the lift jumps there. 100 armor is up. Oh, he misses that shot. Only has flak out. Interesting that he didn't pull out sniper there. So AGV now down to 58 health. Should be 52 health. Comes in late on the 100 armor, so a bit of a mistake there by AGV. Now he eats a rocket. He's going to have to be careful he doesn't give up a kill. There's some flak primary coming out, but AGV really having a difficult time tracking down Slay. And now both armors in Slay's possession. He's basically just baiting him now, trying to get another kill out of him. Oh, a big combo though coming up the lip by AGV. This could be his chance. And there he goes, finishes him up with that flak primary, pulling within one with 3.5 minutes to go. 100 armor is still up. Slay ends up grabbing it, so AGV going to get health. I don't know if he knew that the 100 was still up. Back and forth on that pillar. Ooh, Slay chasing him down with that link. Nice use of the map there by AGV, just getting away. Oh, he decides to take a shot to the back. Dangerous move there. Slay doesn't make him pay, and now AGV is going to have a chance. Grab 100 armor and try to survive this stinger. 2 health left on the run. Can't afford to lose any more points. And there we go. Slay takes him out, pulls back ahead by 2. And this is going to be very difficult for AGV. With under 3 minutes to go, he has to reset, find himself a weapon, and then try to find a fight that he can win. Meanwhile, Slay has 150 armor, in position for the 100 armor as well. This is where those health vials could come into play if AGV can stack up on them. Oh, he does manage to circle back around. Interesting, Slay conceding that 100 armor. And the shock rifle going to AGV too, so the last 30 seconds there actually giving AGV a chance to get back into this one. So he's got a shock rifle, 100 armor. Ooh, but big shots there, taking him back down to 30 health. 100 armor is back in 5 seconds, belts up in 10. Be interesting to see if Slay contests this tilt belt or if he concedes it to run out the clock. AGV just fishing for a combo there. Oh, nice move by Slay there. Ooh, 2 sniper shots come out, but you saw Slay anticipating his movement, making the jump. And now with that shield belt, that may be the one that secures the win here in map 1. Ooh. Slay throwing rockets out. Trying to seal the deal, but I think with a minute to go up by 3, this is going to be a very tough position for AGV. And the rocket kill there by Slay, that's going to lock it down. Take a look at the scoreboard here. Shield belts all Slay's way. AGV fought his way back into this one, was down by 1 with a few minutes to go, and just a couple of exchanges, Slay able to take advantage and roll his way to victory in map 1. All right, map 2, we are going to be on solo. Another relative... Well, I'd say this is a bigger map than Leah. So another one where you can play a little bit slower strategically, and whoever gets out to a lead is definitely going to have a big advantage. The way these two were playing Leah, they're definitely going to be a lot of jockeying for position. Neither one of them seems super interested in diving in and going all in on a fight, unless they have some tactical advantage. This is a matchup where if one player gets ahead by 2 or 3 points, they may be able to just roll that to victory. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, it's game time, baby. Connex 5 here with this last duel match of this matchup. Slay up 1 map to nothing. We just saw him hang on Leah, pull away in the last couple minutes. AGV, if he wants to force a map 3 pull even in this matchup, he's going to need to probably try to take an early lead and ride that out. Slay is such a good front runner. If you see him go up by 2 or 3 again, we've seen what he can do. Early armor's going to Slay. AGV back up to 50. Looks like we're going to have a fight over the shield belt area. You see the hide and seek going on between these two. So AGV right now can't hear Slay moving around. Slay's gonna, pursue, gets eaten up by a combo. He does take the 100 armor, or excuse me, 150 armor shield belt, but he's gonna be right where AGV wants him to try to take him out with some rockets. AGV though missing his shots. Slay's gonna have a chance to get a kill. Oh, and AGV kills him at the last second with the rockets, so a dangerous move by AGV. Fighting off the link gun with the rockets, able to get the kill. Oh, and almost a follow-up kill. Slay on the run, able to get back up to health, but AGV with an opportunity there to go up too early. As it is, AGV up 1. You can see both these players super methodical. Nobody wanting to take any unnecessary risks. And you can see AGV waiting for the baiting. But the shield belt is up, and Slay grabs that, so AGV maybe overthinking things a bit. He was expecting Slay to concede the shield belt, go for the 100 armor, and Slay, instead Slay just waddles right over to that shield belt, says, I'll take a shield belt. Oh, and the rocket to the face for AGV to go right back down to 0. Probably would have lost to that link gun anyway, but a bit of a mental blow there to lose the point that you worked so hard to earn. We are back, tied up. Not a ton of armor for Slay though, so pretty even. Ooh, nice shot there that he almost hits. AGV able to avoid it and grab that 100 armor. So AGV back in some semblance of control, but remember, he did not end up anywhere near that shield belt. Is he gonna understand when it spawns? He knows it's up soon, but he falls down. I don't think he meant to fall down there. That's gonna give Slay a huge positional advantage, and Slay's gonna grab that shield belt, and the 100 armor isn't up for 3 more seconds, so AGV playing extra carefully here. Picking up the 50 in vials, but 100 armor still just chilling. Both players trying to use it as bait. Neither one necessarily needs it at this moment. Ooh, AGV baits Slay into falling down that lift, gets 1 rocket on him. Nothing to follow up yet. And back to their corners these guys go after trading blows there. Still slight advantage for Slay in the health and armor department, but hasn't been willing to go all in to try to finish off and get a kill yet. AGV went up early and then rocketed himself in the face. Oh, rockets. Looking like American gladiators there, diving behind the cover. AGV now on the run, and Slay with a chance to go in the lead. The first time this map. Oh, he had a combo lined up, didn't trust his instincts. Gets some damage, but not able to get the kill. AGV back up to 100 health, still on the run, however. AGV closing the gap with Flak, but Slade knows he has him on the ropes, dives right in front of him, and that could be a kill if he's not shredded by the Flak. Takes him out, and Slade with the first lead of the map. Grabs the 100 armor too, so great concentration there by Slade, not hyper-focused on just getting the kill, also knew where to go next. And with 20 seconds left until this belt spawns, Slade's gonna have a chance to dive in, get another kill, so it looks like Slade's got a favored strategy there, thinking AGV not looking super comfortable up close with the Link. Takes him down a couple of times, chance to grab this shield belt. Doesn't look like AGV is gonna contest it. AGV, meanwhile, more interested in grabbing weapons and 100 armor. Probably not a bad move. Better to get fully stocked up than to try to take the belt without any weapons. Now down 2 with under 5 minutes to go. Gonna have to start thinking about an ambush here. Oh, Slay hiding in the cupboard, jumping out, down to 33 health. Oh, and this could be a big kill if he can get it. Slay tracking him down. And after AGV spends a couple of minutes resetting himself, getting around the map, grabbing some armor, getting some weapons, Slay taking him down with basically one shot there, and that's absolutely huge. It's going to take another couple of minutes off the clock if nothing else. AGV with a nice jump there right up the dodge ramp, and there's the combo. Baiting Slay, so risky move by Slay. Trying to put this one away, but instead dives into a combo. Has to be careful. He does grab that shield belt, however. Down to 11 health is AGV. Eats a rocket, though. Slay down to 39 health, so AGV with an opportunity. If he can track him down, he has a chance here with one enforcer shot. Another enforcer shot knocks him down. Doesn't want to be too risky here, but in his face, got rockets versus enforcer, and Slay going to very calmly knock him down to the ground and finish him off, and that may do it. The way these two have been playing, I don't know if a 4-frag deficit is going to be capable of being overcome, because Slay just not giving AGV anything easy here. Right as I say that, goo to the face. Slay uncharacteristically over pursuing. AGV makes him pay with the snot bubble. Fighting his way back into this one, so AGV's still alive, but so hard right now. Down 3 with 3 minutes to go. Slay is giving him nothing to work with. Flat primary comes up just one shot short. 20 health for Slay, who now grabs that shield belt. And you see what Slay's strategy is now, is just get into AGV's face with the Link gun, disrupt his aim, and basically just annoy him. I mean, look at this. Diving right at him with no fear. Check out his Link gun. 6 kills with the Link gun, and 1 with the Enforcer. So finisher weapons doing not necessarily all of the damage, but certainly all of the kills for Slay here. And look at that, 7-0 with shield belts. So that's definitely one of the more important numbers to look at. Strategically, again, you can see what Slay is doing, keeping the shield belt off of AGV, and then diving at him with Link gun. It's really prevented AGV from getting comfortable at any point in this game, because he's never had 150 armor. And he's always low on health because of the constant Link gun barrage. So pretty much for the first time this match, we're seeing the sniper rifle come into play as Slay, ooh, with the deterring flak ball, chasing him down, eating the smiley face. That'll do it, 8-2. Really all Slay in that one. AGV got off to a fast start, but once Slay took control of the map, found a strategy that worked for him. So SAS managing to pull all of the points out of that matchup. SOW fighting pretty well into some of those games. Not able to come up with any points. we're going to move on next to Limited Edition versus Bredong. If anyone has a phonetic